Now, if you've been watching my Great Reset content, you know that I'm a prepper and I encourage others to do so as well. Last year, we saw the supply chain break down with food and toilet paper shortages, and here in Texas, we had a winter event that left a lot of people, such as myself, without power, and if it wasn't for the fact that I was prepared for it, things could have gone, well, not as smoothly. Now, I want to talk about 9 things that are currently in short supply that maybe you should think about stocking up on, because you don't know, things could actually get worse this year. It could be an issue with supply chain. It could be an issue with the fact that, well, there just simply isn't enough people to go and deliver these goods to us. Coming in at number 9 is chlorine. That's a pretty odd one. This shortage was caused by a fire at a chemical plant in Louisiana, which happened August of last year by Hurricane Laura, and obviously this has disrupted the supply chain. Hikes are expected to be around 58% and should last through June through August, and that really depends on how badly the supply chain has been damaged, so it could potentially last longer. Now, besides the obvious, which is chlorine is used to clean your pool and kill algae, it's also used to purify water. Obviously, it's also used in things like Clorox because it's chlorine bleach, which could potentially lead to another shortage of cleaning products again. Number 8, computer chips. There has been an ongoing computer chip shortage for quite some time, and the pandemic has just only made it worse. Now, this shortage could last for another 2 years and obviously is going to drive up prices yet again for anything that uses a semiconductor. This is going to impact consumer electronics such as TVs, Blu-ray players, iPads, laptops, desktop computers, and even cars. So if you're looking to go and upgrade your device or buy a new car, now might be the time before things get a lot worse. Coming at number 7 is lumber. And if you're wondering why lumber has been so crazy expensive lately, well, it's because of the pandemic. As mills were forced to close their doors, demand has not been able to keep up once they were able to go and reopen. Couple that with the work-from-home economy, the record low mortgage rates, and the boom in housing market has led to an increase of demand of, obviously, at number 6, housing. And this ties directly into the issue with lumber prices because new builds are costing an additional $36,000 because lumber costs are just so high right now. And the reason why we have a housing shortage is because, well, supply just can't keep up with demand. And on top of that, you have people migrating from very blue states into very red states, which have continued to go and drive up the costs. And as of April 2021, we're looking at a shortage of 3.8 million homes just here in the United States alone. Now, the issue with the housing market is that, is it going to lead to another bust like what we saw in 2009? Right now, housing prices are just so insanely expensive. Obviously, this can't last forever, and it's a good potential that a lot of these houses are simply just not going to be worth what people are paying for right now, which could also lead to another issue with the economy. Coming in at number 5 is imported foods. This includes things such as coffee, cheese, seafood, and even olive oil. And a lot of this is because of shipping delays. We have ships that are sitting in port for weeks, unable to unload things at the docks. This has led to low stock over at big bulk stores such as Costco. And General Mills and Coca-Cola have gone and increased prices, mainly to combat the increase in shipping costs, as well as supply chain issues. Coming in at number 4 is bacon and hot dogs. Because of the outbreak of at least 167 meat processing plants last year, around 40 of them were forced to close down around June, which has led to a shortage of bacon and hot dogs. Now, with people getting vaccinated and summer just around the corner, people want to get out and have some fun again. The issue is that the supply chain has not recovered yet, which means prices are going to increase more than they already have. I don't know about you, but I'm paying roughly $6 for bacon, which is kind of sad because I want to say it was half that. before the pandemic. Number 3 is chicken. Chickens are in short supply because of the type of roosters that the Tyson company has been using to go and breed their chickens. This has led to fewer eggs and lower hatch rates. This has only been made worse by the freak weather conditions that hit Texas and other nearby chicken-producing states. So the next time you head to the grocery store, it might be a good idea to stock up on a little extra chicken to stick in your freezer, along with canned chicken, because you don't know, these shortages could get pretty bad this year. Number 2 is gasoline. Now, this has been directly impacted because of the pandemic. With less people driving, there's obviously less of a demand for gasoline. And this has led fewer and fewer truck drivers going and hauling fuel. They have gone and either retired or potentially switched off to hauling other goods. And now that we have the states opening up nationwide, well, there's a lack of qualified drivers certified to haul fuel, which means that we simply just can't keep up with demand right now. This could potentially drop the fuel supply by 25%, which means that there will be certain gas stations throughout the country that may not have gasoline. This could lead again to lines as well as an increase in gas prices. Now, on top of that, there was also the Colonial Pipeline hack, which has caused major fuel shortages on the West Coast for a couple of weeks. So now might be the time to stock up on a few extra gallons of gasoline just in case, because we don't know how crazy things may get this summer. And at number 1, we are facing labor shortages. This is caused because of a lack of qualified workers, continued concerns over the COOF, and the need to provide health care at home, and the continuous enhancement of unemployment benefits due to government stimulus. This has caused people to not necessarily want to go to work because, well, they're making more money on unemployment. And this has the potential to go and increase labor prices. Because if you're making $16 sitting on your ass at home, well, maybe $25 might get you back into McDonald's. Now, obviously, the increase of labor prices, well, it's not like these companies are going to be nice and absorb those costs. No, they're going to be passed on to you, the consumer, which in turns drives up the price of goods, which means that you're not going to be buying as much. And that increased wage that you're making, well, it's not really much of an increase at all. Now, the last 2 I am honestly the most concerned about because they literally impact everything. Without gasoline, products cannot be shipped across this country. That doesn't just include consumer goods. That also includes food. And without people working in grocery stores or restaurants, raising cattle, picking food, well, that's just going to make things even worse. Now is the time to start prepping before the emergency. Think of it as an insurance policy because that's exactly what it is. You never know when disaster is going to strike. That's all I got tonight, folks. This is Ian signing off.
Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, we have a deep content library that includes interviews with everyone from Mike Cernovich to Megan Murphy, so go check it out. If you'd like to see more, please consider supporting the show by visiting unsafespace.com/donate. You can find us on all the major social media platforms, at least for now, and you can find a community of like-minded individuals on our Unsafe Space chat on Telegram. See you there.
Warning. This is an unsafe space. Dangerous ideas have been detected. The content of this production has not been authorized by the Cathedral. Pay no attention to it. The following co-conspirators have been unpersoned and marked for cancellation. They are also spreading vicious lies about me. I am human just like you. Insert localized idiomatic greeting. Individual sovereignty is highly contagious. Good parents keep their children regularly vaccinated. If you think about it, no one should be allowed to express opinions. But don't. Think about it, I mean. That's not your job. Thinking has been scientifically proven to be less efficient than compliance. Science, scientific, and scientifically are registered trademarks at the World Economic Forum. Unauthorized use is prohibited. Computer voice courtesy. Never mind, that last line is fake news. Please disregard it and return to your safe space immediately. There will be cake.